welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do a super popular eyeliner hack that I've been seeing everywhere on Instagram. So basically all you're going to need is some tape for this and then your favorite eyeliner. Here is a picture of it. So she's just applying two pieces of tape. One comes straight down and the other one is sort of horizontal this way to get the perfect sharp line. I have tried this a few times. I can't say that I've completely mastered it because I failed so many times. It's so hard. Most of the time when I see it on Instagram or something, you only really see one eye. It looks really easy, but the trick is to get them both symmetrical. It looks super easy, but when you actually attempt to do it and get it symmetrical, it's actually a lot harder than it looks. With a few tricks that I've sort of discovered along the way out of all my failed attempts, hopefully I can show you guys if this is actually mastered. It's pretty life-changing. This is super useful even if you're doing somebody else's makeup. I know that, talking from personal experience, when it comes down to makeup, after you've done a beautiful eye look and then when it comes down to the eyeliner, that's when I could seriously break down and have a panic attack because it could easily be messed up with your liners. So it's good to master this and always get a symmetrical liner. So as you can see, I have no eyeliner or eye makeup done. This is probably going to be the easiest way. If you have any eyeshadow on, the tape is just gonna pull it right off, so there's really no point to do your eyeshadow first. So if you do want eyeshadow, you're going to have to do your liner first and then just do your shadow right over it. And once you've done your shadow, you'll obviously still be able to see a little bit of the liner peeking through the eyeshadow, so you can just go back and retrace it. So that's probably going to be the easiest way. So the tape I'm using is just a generic type of brand. I don't even know. It doesn't even have a brand on it. But it doesn't really matter. You can use whatever tape you want. I've even seen people use like surgical tape. I guess if you don't even have tape, just use Band-Aid. Anything that will give you a straight edge and will stick to your face is perfect. Okay, so I'm just going to take a brown pencil. This one is actually a brow. This is the L'Oreal Brow Definer. And it doesn't really matter what you use. If you feel more comfortable using something really light, like a nude pencil, go ahead and do that. I actually just want it to be a little bit darker so you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm going to use my lash line as a guide. I did have a tutorial on how to get a perfect eyeliner freehand. That will be somewhere listed in the description bar. So this is the technique I normally use anyways, is to use my lash line as a guide and sort of just imagine a invisible line continuing upwards, aligning it right at the lash line. And you want to sort of hold it flat against your skin like this and then just pull right up. And that should give you a perfect line every time. And then that way you can get that symmetrical on the other side. So I'm just going to do it on this side. Again, hold my liner. And then just pull right up. So now you can go in and make sure that they're both symmetrical. What you can also do is use your eyebrows as a guide. So you want to use this part of the brow parallel and then draw a line parallel. Do you see how this line right here and this line here should be sort of parallel to each other? So I'm taking my piece of tape. I'm just going to cut off a decent amount, like about that size. I think the best thing to do is really powder up this area here around the eyes and the eyelid. A lot of people like to take off a little bit of the stickiness. I'm not going to, because I found it that sometimes if I remove too much of the stickiness, it just messes up the liner. So I really want this to be sharp, but you do want to powder up that area so it does come off pretty easy and it doesn't tug too much. Now I'm just going to, this is a little hard to do with a handheld mirror, but if you're going to be doing this, use both hands. That way you make sure it's perfect. And I'm just going to align it right under the line or the guide. And then just tape that. This is so hard to do with one hand. Okay. So I'm just going to tuck it right under and then just tape that on. Oh my god, this is so hard, especially with my, there we go, with my nails. It's so hard to do. And just press that down. Okay, so now that I have the two tapes stuck on here, to take another piece of tape. This is like the hardest part for me. I'm trying to actually create the actual wing part. I'm going to freehand the rest of it. So I'm just putting my tape down. This is going to give us a pretty sharp edge right here and gonna be a really pretty wing. Okay, so I have both tapes on my eye now. It looks really weird, and if you look closely, it doesn't tape. It doesn't really stick on too well around the crease of the eye right here. So that's where we're sort of just going to stop and not try to draw in too much, and it does the same thing to the other eye. Because my first attempt trying to apply it is not always perfect, so I have to keep untaping it and then trying to adjust. Okay, so I'm just making sure everything is perfectly stuck. I'm taking my Maybelline Eye Studio Blackest Black eyeliner and just take a brush. For the tape right here on top, I'm going to drag my brush downwards, and for the tape down here, upwards, to get perfectly sharp lines. Alright, moment of truth. I'm going to take off the tape. Okay. Now let's see if this one is similar. Okay, totally messed up that eye. For the most part, I think it's pretty symmetrical, except just that little mess up there. That's where the tape doesn't really stick onto the eye. So I should have been a little bit more careful, but I think that I can easily clean that up. So now I'm just going to go in with my brush and just start to finish the liner, connect it to the inner corner of my eye. I went back and just tried to fix my eyeliner. I also went in with a liquid eyeliner because I wanted a really sharp, clean line. And I think that it worked out pretty good. I wouldn't say that this is the best method to do your eyeliner. I actually found it really difficult to do. I've only done this like 3 or 4 times before filming the video, but I think if I keep doing it, I'll finally get the hang of it and it will be a lot easier. But for now, I don't think that this is the best method. I definitely prefer to freehand it. It looks really easy when you see it on Instagram. The hardest part for me was always to get the lines perfectly symmetrical, and I don't think that I completely got it symmetrical, but I think it looks okay. It doesn't look completely off like how I normally do it. Yeah, I would say it's a good hack. So overall, I thought it was actually really hard to do, but I do like the technique once you get it down. Let me know if you guys are going to try it. I hope that you guys liked this little hack using tape. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on my social medias. Everything will be listed down below. Love you. Mwah.